Today, we're gonna talk about the Axis or the Monarch Axis 125 that is distributed by Skygo. Right, so 125 siya dito sa atin, but in actuality 127 siya, and I think for Malaysia or Indonesia it is known as the Ranger, and Ranger 130, parang ganun, 130 siya doon, dito 125. Now, let me explain to you how we're gonna do this review. So I have broken it down in certain criterias. Number one would be the aesthetics. Well, I know that is purely subjective, but the fact that you clicked on this video probably means na pinag-iisipan mo na to, na-typean mo na yung to, and you thought, I think this one's good, I think this one could be the one. So you're watching reviews, which is the smart thing to do. And by the way, click on subscribe, like the video, comment whatever you want to comment about this motorcycle, or maybe just heads up ano yung mga gusto nyong mapanood ng reviews. So yeah, do that, and maybe we'll get you more videos. Alright, next after aesthetics would be the engine. The engine includes the power, yung power output niya, how it feels on the road, the suspension, no, not the suspension, but the transmission. So engine includes power and transmission. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. Next would be reliability, which would include the rigidity of the parts, the quality of the parts. Rigidity, kung malambot ba o matigas yung certain parts, and later I'm going to point out certain things that I think you'd be surprised. And then next would be the price to value. Alright, so we're going to explain later what would be the value of this motorcycle and how do you think it matches up to its actual price, which is going to be 77,000 Philippine pesos as of the filming of this video. Next would be the comfortability of the motorcycle itself, yung tires, the seat, and the suspension. Sama na natin yung handling doon. No, yung comfortability, I'd say the seat itself. Next would be the handling. The handling includes, of course, the tires and the suspension. Sa comfortability, riding position, and yung seat. Okay? And of course, lastly, the upkeep, yung maintenance. Kamusta yung maintenance? I've owned this motorcycle for 3 months now, so we're gonna talk about that later. So let's start with the aesthetics, right? So we'll show you on the screen certain screenshots, pictures, and even maybe montages of the one that I actually own. Subjectively, I really like the design. Although, natin maliit siya, and I'm a very big guy. I'm morbidly obese, considering I'm only 5'10". No, sorry, 5'9", 5'8", parang ganun. Ano good there? 5'9". But then again, wala ang tao, in short, and I might look ridiculous on this motorcycle, but I don't really care kasi it feels good to ride, and we're gonna talk about that later. But just talking about the looks itself, it does look good. Yes, I know. Sabihin nyo, hindi, may PG1 naman eh. Meron naman Trail 125. It's trying hard. I don't really care. I don't freaking care. I don't freaking care if it's trying too hard to look like the Trail 125 or the Yamaha PG1. Kasi okay lang yun. Kasi kita lang eh. Maganda kasi yung mga design ng mga motor na yun. But to be honest, masyadong mahal. Na Yamaha, honestly, yung Trail 125, wala talaga siya dito sa Pilipinas, which is sad. But then again, mahal din kasi yun. But the reason why it's very, very expensive is may ABS yan sa harap. It's AFI, carved there. But then again, you get what you pay for sa Trail 125. Now, sa PG1, when it was first released, it was extremely expensive. Parang umabot pa nga ata ng 100k yun, pero 90 something siya. Binamaan kasi maging 80 something. Now I don't mind. If I had the money, I wouldn't still get the PG1. 115cc yun, but then again, it does produce enough power. I think malakas, parang parehas nga lang sila nito. Kasi FI yun, Yamaha yun, finely tuned, kumbaga. But it's alright, it is what it is, you know. But one of the reasons why I got this motorcycle is madali lang siya kasing ilabas sa kasa. Shout out to Dash Motor. Napakadaling kausap. They processed, I think 2-3 days lang yung papeles. Sabi nila, oh sir, down ka na, let's go, bayad ka na ng ano, gito ganyan. And kinabukasan, pagkalabas ko ng kasa, kinabukasan may ORCR na. Now I'm not used to that. Nakailang Rosie na ako, nag-Euro na rin ako in everything, pero lahat yan inabot ng 2-3 buwan. Ito, kinabukasan lang, isang araw. So again, shout out to Dash Moto. And one of the good things about what Dash Moto does is, tinanong ko, sabi ko, okay, sige, so thank you, nabigyan nyo agad yung RCR. So nailabas ko agad yung motor. Focus. So ganyan, nailabas ko agad yung motor. And then sabi ko, okay na yung plaka. Sabi nila, sir, di matatapos yung first month, makakuha mo na yung plaka mo. True enough, di pa natapos yung first month, nakuha ko na yung plaka ko, which is good. So shout out to keychain ko yun, Dana Dash Moto. And next, so I was talking about aesthetics. I got into a little bit of a tangent there. So as I was saying, aesthetics will show you. For me, out of 5, I'll give it a 4. It's not perfect, but it does look good. Now, siguro kung mas malaki yung goma, mas pogi siya. But the thing about widening your tires or making it bigger is mas hihina yung hatak niya. And I'm thoroughly impressed sa performance nito. So I said, you know what, okay na ako sa gulong yan, let it be. So moving forward, next is the engine, transmission and power. The engine itself is a 125cc and or rather, 125 marketed, 127 actuality. Makikita ni Editor Julius on the screen right now yung exact figures. I think it's just 10-11 horsepower. And it's enough. Honestly, makit na ako ng Tagaytay. Even on steep hills. May angkas din ako minsan. Umiikot ako ng Manila. And it's really good. The transmission could be better. Medyo mas well built yung XRM. And medyo spongy yung dating ng transmission. I don't know why. But it does the job. Now, the engine, let's include na rin yung fuel system niya, which is carburetor. Now, marami namang ibang choices dyan, well, na FI, but I wanted carburetor kasi gusto ko siyang, ultimately, what I want for this motorcycle is, kakargahan ko rin siya. I would modify the piston, the block, and everything. So, mas madali kasi kapag carburetor. So, madali mag-tono, then magre-racing CDI ka lang. It's easier kasi ganun yung mga nakasanayan ko, mga 110 meters back in the day, you know. And super stock lang naman din yung bala ko dito. Kaya sabi ko, sige, carb na lang, huwag na tayo pumilit na kumuha ng FI na motor. FI kasi masyadong maselan. Although stock to stock, FI is better. Now, the thing about carb is, sabi ko rin, well, kapag naisipan ko magpapalit ng pipe or modify na kung ano-ano sa exhaust or intake, madali na lang. Also, kapag nasiraan ka sa daan, ang carb, mas maraming marunong na mekanikong kumalikot. It's mechanically, it's not a computer deciding the air and gasoline intake. But then again, cons would be malakas siya sa gas. My computation, I'm very heavy. I'm like 125 kilograms. And the thing is, I get like 34 to 37 kilometers per liter. May mga dala na akong kung ano-ano nun. So, do that with information as you will. The power adequate, okay na siya. It's not gonna win you any races. The acceleration is abysmal. Mauunahan ka pa ng beat 110 dito from the stoplight, tas hataw-hataw, mauunahan pa ng beat. But sa hatakan, pwede mo nga pang tricycle to eh. Lakas mga hatak nito, men. Maniwala kayo. The torque, real life torque, feels good. Hindi ako nabitin. I never felt that it lacked power, you know, when it comes to the pulling power. But then again, acceleration speed, abysmal. It's not nice. But it is what it is. You get what you pay for. Next is reliability sa electronics and the rigidity of the parts. Now, I want to talk about yung electronics muna. Yung first 2 weeks ko ata sa motor na to, o first weekend, bigla nag-low yung the electric starter. But it's not the starter who's at fault. Probably just the sensor for the front brakes. Because when I stepped on the rear brakes, kasi this motorcycle is much like any other scooters. There's this thing when you have to press the brakes and then press the electronic starter, this one, in order for it to start, or rather use the electric ignition. Now, with that said, nag-low nga to yung sensor niya ata ng front brakes on its first weekend with me. But it's alright, you know, kasi kinahaponan, kasi umaga nangyari rin eh, kinahaponan was alright, okay na yun. And then I actually messaged Dash Moto. I was asking for help. Sabi nila, they gave me steps on maybe how to, like, they were asking things. But then again, the problem fixed itself somehow. So I just let it be. Kaya ako na lang. I told them it's fixed, it's good. Next, so yung rigidity of parts niya, somehow, matigas talaga. Bakal siya lahat. Bakal yung fairing niya. Bakal tong kapitan sa harap na to. The fairing itself sa ilalim is steel. Actually, pati yung mudguard sa harap, which I'll show you in a bit, bakal din. So it, you know, mind-boggling na parang, oh, 77,000, you're giving me like steel parts. It's nice. And hindi siya basta-basta bakal. Talagang matibay na klase siya ng bakal. Pati yung bracket sa likod. The bracket itself is also really, really nice. I like it. Well, it's one of the best things about this motorcycle. It's really modular. Dami mong pwedeng magawa, and I'll show you in a bit. So, the thing is, ang malambot lang talaga dito, honestly, ang malambot would be yung side stand rather. Ang bilis yung mag-bend. I could actually bend it with just stepping on it. Tapos kaya medyo sumobra yung lean niya pakaliwa. Kasi yung side stand niya, which is, you know, I guess maybe you have to cut corners somewhere. So sa electronics niya, so far so good. Wala pa, kasi hindi pa ako, bala ko rin maglagay ng parang MDL. But right now, the LED lights, kasi tatlo yun dito, you could actually turn it off, then low beam, then high beam. Now yung high beam niya is really high beam, like maganda siya. So kaya naisip ko, should I put MDL? At then again, naghahanap pa ako ng matinong mekaniko na gagawa ng MDL. Kasi syempre mahirap yung wiring yun. May masunog to. Alam nyo naman. Di kasi ako, I'm not a big fan of MDLs. Not a big fan of altering wirings sa mga motor. Ever since. Never akong nagdagdag ng mga MDL na yan. So probably the first time, if ever, na magpalagay ako. The thing about sa reliability niya is, siguro babalik tayo dun sa, or I wanna go back sa carb niya. I think may something to sa carb, masyadong nababa yung minor. Parang lalo na nung binrake in ko siya, namamatay siya pag sinata mo ng sobra. Pero kapag nag-init na siya, hindi mo na siya kailangan, o rather hindi na siya mamamatay. Okay, so park lang tayo and then we're gonna go back to where we started. Okay, or rather, I'm gonna cut sa mamaya. If we're gonna talk about yung weight ng motor na to is just, I believe, 137 kilograms. And honestly, it's quite easy to maneuver. Well, galing naman kasi ako sa Dominar. So, medyo bigat yun. 192 yun. This one's 137 and it does the job. You know? So right now, I wanna show you something. Kita niyo yung gulong na yan. It's quite nice. Medyo may wear na rin siya. And lalo yung gitna. So stuck yan. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. I believe that's, steel or matigas na plastic, but it really is nice. And ito yung sinasabi ko, and yan, ayan yung sinasabi ko na bracket niya. It's very utilitarian. So pwede ka maglagay ng something here. So galing dun sa Domina, makikita nyo dito sa Domina, nagpagawa ka pang bracket. Tapos syempre dito nakalagay yung bottom, nagpagawa ka pang bracket sa Domina. Tapos syempre dyan yung bottom. Dito wala na, rekta na. So this comes stock. So natatanggal to sa susi. Actually hindi na kailangan ng susi eh, but alam ko inipit ko kasi siya. So ayan, you would see tanggal na siya. So mas malaki na yung space niya. Ayan yung actual niya. Now, you could tie down stuff. So it's nice. And then this is the suspension itself. I don't know kung legit siyang baso, but it does feel nice kapag nalulubak ng daan. And then the tires themselves, madumi na eh. Hindi ko pinaliliguan. But this is really, really good. Stock tires, hindi ako nadudulas, wala akong ramdam ng dulas. And ito yung ilaw sa likod. And maliwanag to sa gabi pag nagbukas yan. Okay? So again, as I said, tank is bakal. This is probably steel din or hard plastic mud guards. But now, the brakes themselves, I would say adequate or rather adequate enough. So disc yung harap, drum yung likod, as you could see. But to be honest, it's alright. And then ito yung gusto ko. The Monarch logo. It's fun. It's fun to look at. Tapos ito. Sige, lambot yan. Tatayo mo lang yan. Magbibend yan. But, you get what you pay for. So, hindi ko naman masyadong ginagamit yan. Madalas naka-center yan. And then, paano to? Balik natin ito. Yan. Ito. Yung bracket niya sa harap. Tinanggal yung bag. Spacers. So, bakal din siya. And then may charging port. To be honest ha, comparing this motorcycle to sa dati kong motor. Dati ako may Marvel na 130 that I used also for 3 months. Mas maganda to. Kasi in terms of electricals, mas nagcha-charge to compared dun sa Marvel. This one really is nice. For full charge niya itong camera ang gamit ko right now. And then my phones kahit nakasaksak. And then ito yung handlebars. Ito comes stock. Yung parang foam na. It's nice. And then yung how do I say this? This one, the instrument cluster. Ayan. It's nice. Very, very visible kahit maaraw. This is not stock. Lumang part na to na binili ko. Dapat sa Cafe Racer 125 ko before.
Pero nasa AirPods ko na yun. So, dito ko na lang siya ginamit. And then, LED full. Okay. So, mamaya pakita ko yung lights. For now, yan muna. Daytime, daylight, running lights, low, high. Okay na, ODRLs, low, high pala yan, medyo low, high, low. Alright, so if we are going to talk about yung upuan niya, yung comfort ng upuan niya, lalim yan. Lalim. Yan, pinupuwersa ko na yan. Really is nice. Although I wish, akin lang naman, kasi medyo mataas tayo compared to the average Filipino. Minsan dito na ako napapaupo. And sometimes dito ako nakaupo. So I wish na medyo may upuan na parang naka-extend na ganyan para isang mahaba siya. But if regular height ka, I think this is perfect. Pero pag inaayos ko yung upo ko and then upo ako dito, lambot talaga. The riding position is nice also. So I have no qualms naman when it comes to the riding position and the comfortability of this motorcycle. Although yung handlebars niya kinda sucks, to be honest. Tong stock kinda sucks. I wish it could be better. Pero okay na yan, siguro. Part of ownership na rin ng motor nito yung paglalaroan mo siya. So it's nice. Kaya nag-gloves ako lagi pag gamit ko ito kasi lakas din ng vibration niya. Kahit 15 to 30 minutes ka nang mag-drive, mararamdaman mo yung vibration. Kinda sucks, but it is what it is. Single cylinder 125cc motorcycle. For that price, there is bound to be negatives na would be somehow, I wouldn't say deal breaker, but would kind of annoy you. Okay, now so suspension and handling, as I've said kanina, maganda na yung, or rather I'm very much impressed dito sa rear shocks. Okay, now how about the front shocks? Okay din ako. I would say, if I were to rate the suspension of this motorcycle for its price, out of 5, I'll give it a 4. Yan na siya. Makikita nyo naman dun sa riding vids, yung riding vid kanina, kahit may mga lubak na very much apparent sa daan, dadaanan ko lang. Kasi, well, the tire pressure helps. Regular dapat 34 lang, pero ginagawa ko siya 38 kasi pabigat ako sa likod. 32 sa harap. Here's the thing. Ang gulong sa harap nito is 18. Sa likod is 16. I think Editor Julius will show the exact dimensions. So sabi ko kanina, I think this motorcycle would benefit from a wider tire, but I think it's alright na. I don't mind. Yung harap naman, my experience with widening kasi the front tires is yung turning angle magiging mas mahirap siyang i-turn. So I'd rather just stick with the current sizes right now kasi I don't wanna jeopardize the current handling that I have, which is I already like. Ngayon na napansin to, meron din pala siya dito sa ilalim. So I thought na bibili pa ako nito. So meron na pala. That's good. This is the head. As you can see, that's the transmission rotation. And yeah. Again, suspension for its price is really, really good. Alright, so I wanna continue talking about the Axis 125 now. So, I believe the last point that I wanna talk about is the upkeep. You know, yung maintenance. So how or what is the maintenance of the Axis 125? Well, so far kasi mine is brand new. So wala pa siyang masyadong problema. Besides the fact that I may need to have the carburetor tuned, yun lang naman. Langis 1 litro lang. I think hindi pa ata 1 litro yung nagamit no last time. But 1 litro din pala. So that's gonna be 300, 500, depende pa sa langis na gusto mong gamitin. Gasolina naman, 91, 97, it's the same. Ngayon naka 97 ako. I'm running 97 kasi I bought gasoline sa Price Lock, yung app. Back when it was 87 pesos pa, last month pa. Hindi kasya doon sa Dominar, parang hindi napuno yung Dominar yung tank eh. So yung sobra, dito ko na lang nilagay. So I'm running 97 now. And it's running great. Mas gusto ko yung tapo niya ngayon na 97 siya. But it's still gonna run on 91 quite alright. Usually Caltex kasi nilalagay ko dyan eh. Para malinis din eh. Now, other than that, parang wala naman na eh. Siguro, kasi maliit lang eh. The motorcycle itself is small. Mura lang ang goma. May nag-comment doon sa video natin na isa na do you need like big bikes versus 125cc or rather small cc motorcycles for touring or daily? Kung daily talaga, panalo yung mas maliit na motor like this one kasi mas maliit yung goma, mas mura, you know. The big bike kasi kung pang araw-araw mo yun tapos gusto mo maganda yung goma mo, abutin ka talagang 20,000 Philippine pesos kung talagang gusto mo quality. I think right now stock ng Dominar, nung nag-check ako noon sa 7K ang isa. Now, it depends pa. Dito sa 125 ito, magkano lang? Siguro 1,500, 2,000 lang isa, okay na yun. Paano ba pag mas maliit, yung mga Mio, yung mga ganyan, mas mura yun. But going back to maintenance, I have a list of compatible parts sa Axis 125. I got it from a Facebook group sa Philippine Monitored or I think owned Facebook group. Filipino owned, parang gano'n. Or Filipino monitored, let's just say. May mga nagko-comment kasi doon ng mga like compatible parts and whatnot from XRM, from Motorstar or whatever. If you want, type it down. I'll probably put it on the description also para you could just like copy paste. Now, when it comes to maintenance kasi, sabi nung dati kong drummer si Eric Jimenez. So Eric, kung mapanood mo to, I really do take your words to heart. Sabi niya, kapag China kasi yung motor, expect na medyo substandard o subpar yung mga gamit, yung bakal. Which is, you know, there's a reason why mas mura ang Chinese. So in some cases, totoo yun. In some cases, it's not. But most of the time, it is. So pag sabi niya, kapag sinabi sa manual na 1,000 ka mag-change oil, huwag mo na antayin. 800 pa lang mag-change oil ka na. Kaya ako nung break-in niya, 500 ang break-in eh. 400 something pa lang pinalitan ko na. Mas maganda talaga yung takbo. Ngayon, my plan is every 800 ako mag-change oil. Since hindi naman kasi ako, hindi na ako araw-araw kasi lumalabas. I work from home, I'm very lucky. 800, magpapalit na ako. So, yun lang na maipapayo ko sa inyo. Kapag ang motor ninyo, you know, na hindi naman siya Japanese, mas magiging ng mas madalas ka mag-change oil kaysa mag-change oil. Diba? Right? So, akin lang naman yun. So, brake pads naman kasi, okay pa siya eh. So far so good. Siguro linis-linis, punas-punas lang ang maintenance. So, yeah, yun pala ang gastos ko lately. Change oil lang. Wala na, yun lang. So yeah, isa pang hindi ko nabanggit is sa handling, sa part ng handling. Oh wait, no, before we go there, how about let's go to the summation of everything, diba? In summation, this motorcycle, I believe, is an amazing daily rider kasi magaang. It's 137 kilograms. Mabigat siya compared to its contemporaries, yung XRM or whatever. Mabigat siya pero mas magaan siya compared naman sa gamit ko. Of course, Dominant, di ba? 192 yun. Mas matipid siya sa gas compared to sa gamit ko, pero compared to its contemporaries, medyo mas malakas siya. Ako kasi, I believe in Japanese engineering talaga, in production. I really do. But, I want to try out yung other brands just to see if worth it ba. I've had many Chinese motorcycles. Nag-cruise na ako, nag-Euro na ako. And then ito, first time ko mag-Monarch and kumuha sa Skygo ng motor. And so far, I'm very much impressed. I like the way it handles. So far, the stock components are all right. Yung goma is surprisingly good. Dati, yung Yamaha SZ ko, ang goma kasi nun is road tires, pero feeling ko talaga gawa siya sa sabon. Alright? So, pag nagbabangay ka, mararamdaman mo talaga yung dulas. But this one, pretty good. Hindi pa ako nakararamdam ng dulas whatsoever. So, the tires themselves, okay. Now, how is this motorcycle kapag magle-lane filtering ka o sisingit-singit ka? I'd say it's great. Although, hindi ganun kaganda, hindi ganun short yung U-turn, yung turning radius niya, medyo malawak ang kinakain niyang space. So, maybe that's one downside of it. What else? The power is there. Again, spongy lang yung transmission feel. Hindi mo ramdam na kasing well-built siya ng mga, Japanese counterparts, but it works. It works all right, and it works good. Styling, again, subjective. For me, it's good. Now, what else? Gas consumption, medyo mataas siya compared to its contemporaries. Mas matipid sa gas ang, syempre mas mabigat siya. If you're lighter than me, siguro kung kalahati ko kayo, maybe 70 kilograms or whatever, or 120, mga 60 naman, kung ganun lang ang timbang nyo, malamang mag-40 kilometers per liter kayo dito mahigit. Bigat kasi ako tapos mabigat din yung mga dala ko pa minsan. Mga gamit ko sa magtutugtog kami, tapos syempre, luggages pa and everything. So, kapag mas magaan kayo, of course, mas matipid sa gas. What else? Lane filtering, gas consumption, styling, power, handling is good, yung singit niya is nice. Overall, napakita ni Editor Julius yung pinaka-summation of the scores or the average. And that's gonna be the score of this motorcycle. Hindi ko malalaman yun till the end of this video or till probably when this video comes out. It's gonna surprise me even, I guess. But that's what it is. I like this motorcycle. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, so comment, like, subscribe, whatever, to see more content from us. Okay? So comment down below ano yung gusto niyo pang malaman tungkol sa motor na to, and or what motorcycle do you want us to review next. Alright? Bye-bye for now.